Hi, Tim and Jen. I know it looks like we're hanging out at the Disney Saratoga Springs Resort, but we're actually in Saratoga Springs. I'm Tom, and this is my friend Nancy, and I am sorry for the traffic noise. We wanted to show you some of the sights and sounds of Saratoga as it exists in New York, and compare them to what you've shown us at the Disney Saratoga Springs Resort. And we have a little inside information on the Saratoga Springs Resort, don't we?
We do. Hey guys.
Hi guys.
Let's take a look.
The first of 40 fabulous days of world-class thoroughbred racing starts Friday, July 20th with opening day. On Saturday, 3-year-old fillies compete in the TVG Coaching Club American Oaks, the first Grade 1 of the season at Saratoga. On Sunday, it's the 21st edition of the ever-popular hat contest for adults and kids. Saratoga, the place for wins and shows. Saratoga!
So tell me about your Disney Vacation Club plate.
Well, I bought it after I bought into the Saratoga Springs Resort, Disney's DVC. I live very close to Saratoga Springs, New York, so it seemed like it was meant to be.
So you bought a DVC that looks like home?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Go.
So this is the Gideon Putnam Hotel, which was some of the inspiration for the architecture of Disney's Saratoga Springs.
And as if this place wasn't fancy schmancy enough, there's actually a Porsche, or is it Porsche, convention going on in the hotel today. I'd be happy to take any one of these. Please just deliver the red one and the black one to my house. I'm okay with that. Thanks. And just like your resort down there in Florida, this one has the golf course across the road. Are you ready to play? Are you gonna play or be catty? So this is Avenue of the Pines. This is where the name Avenue of the Pines at the Disney Saratoga Springs Resort came from. Along with Broadway and Union Avenue, they're three of the larger, more popular roads here in Saratoga, New York.
Tim, this is your next furlong. It's quite a long race.
This horse statue is right here in the middle of Broadway. Broadway is the main drag through downtown Saratoga, or Saratoga Springs. This isn't a number 7. There is no really number 7 horse. Horses don't get to maintain numbers like NASCAR. They get a new number every time they run.
Welcome to our Congress Park. Let's go inside and take a look and see what's going on.
Saratoga ducks, try to catch some insects. Good luck, pretty ducky.
In Congress Park, we have this cute little pond with all our duck friends, and we also have these urns with flowers, which might look familiar to you. We also have a very cool fountain over there. Let's go take a look at that.
So you've seen this fountain at the Disney Saratoga Springs Resort. This is where it lives in the Congress Park here in Saratoga, and it's really pretty. It seems to be very old. I couldn't tell you how old it is, but it's really pretty, and it's a really great addition to Congress Park here in Saratoga. Donald, Scrooge McDuck.
Daisy.
That's Daisy there. No, that's a boy duck. Are there girl ducks?
Of course there's girl ducks. Saratoga ducks. Looking for some worms.
Oh, there's a girl duck right there. That's Daisy. And apparently it's cute. Bring your puppy to the park day. It really is bring your cute puppy to the park day. There's some sort of event going on here in Saratoga. And lots of golden retrievers today. Oh, we just lost that sign. Let's look at some cute puppies. Butts, butts, butts. There's two butts. You're rolling?
Yeah.
This is Broadway. This is the center of culture and commerce here in Saratoga. And when the track's in season in August, this place looks like the Magic Kingdom. Insanely busy. Right now it's the off season and a little quieter, but peak season, this place is a little nuts.
If you're coming to Saratoga in the summer, you gotta have a hat.
Saratoga was really founded by the well-to-do and the well-heeled of New York City who needed a place to escape for the summer. And when they came, these are two of the remaining buildings that used to be hotels that they stayed in here on Broadway. You'll see architecturally they're very similar to some of what you're seeing in Florida.
More flowers and urns. These are real Saratoga rocks. So this is the Saratoga Candy Company, which is the home to our peppermint pig, which is sold in the gift shop at Saratoga Springs Resort. So this is our peppermint pig. He comes with a little hammer, and you smash.
A hammer for the pigs?
Yes.
That's terrible.
No, you put them in a little pouch and you break them all up, and that's how you eat them.
Oh, there's some Saratoga chips down here too.
Oh yeah.
Saratoga was the home, the birthplace of the potato chip, as legend has it. So, this is High Rock Springs. Now, you're a DVC owner. What is High Rock Springs in Florida?
It's a really cool pool with a gigantic slide and a pool bar and very cool things. In Saratoga, New York, not so much.
Yeah, this is I guess this is based, you know, the rock structure is based on.
Yeah.
But the spring is actually down in this little building here.
And it's just trickling right now. It's not even really springing up so much.
But this is one of the natural springs that originally created Saratoga, the tourist attraction, right?
Correct, yes. I'd rather be at the pool.
It is 50 degrees today here in New York.
It is chilly.
It's a little unseasonably chilly, which, you know, after last week's of being almost 90 every day, which is unseasonably warm, this is the every action has a reaction, right?
Unfortunately.
So High Rock Springs in Florida, way cooler than High Rock Spring in Saratoga. I'll give you that, Tim. This isn't impressive at all. You can screenshot this if you'd like to read it. This is the Saratoga Carousel. I think you saw the carousel horse in the main lobby there at the hotel. This is what inspired it. And I also believe that this building inspired the shape of the lobby, the roundness of the building and that round room. So let's go inside and see what it looks like from the inside. So where are we?
We are at the Carousel in Saratoga, New York.
And I love the building. I think this round building has inspired the carriage house at Disney Saratoga Springs
definitely.
Resort.
Let's get on one. Go backwards.
Wait, this is going backwards. Today we get to be our own jockeys. You gonna win?
Totally.
I'm already ahead.
I know that's not right.
Do you think you can catch up?
What?
Do you think your horse will catch me?
Oh, for sure.
So I definitely think that this round building was the inspiration for the main lobby there in Saratoga Springs Resort. You don't seem to be making up any ground.
No, not at all.
You're just as far behind me as when we started.
I know, it's almost like they're stuck on a pole or something. I can't get any further along.
Well, break the poles off like Mary Poppins.
Ooh, I can do that. Boop. That's it.
So what we've tried to do is find some buildings that represent architecturally what Saratoga is all about. And it's difficult. I think a lot of it is old buildings that really haven't been kept up as well they could have been. But we think this building represents a lot of what you see at the park. The color, the cedar siding, the arched windows across the top. I think the resort is a larger blown up version of something like this. And this is fairly typical for this area. We're about a quarter mile from the racetrack. So just to give you an idea of what we're looking at here, we are very close to the racetrack, and you can see some of the more historic buildings around here decorated. It's definitely a very wealthy area, but I suspect a lot of these buildings have become more bed and breakfast now than single homeowner homes.
This is our National Horse Museum, right across the street from where we're going at the track. And we have all kinds of jockeys lined up all down the street here. These are all famous jockeys.
There's quite a few of them, aren't there?
There is a lot.
It's almost like Saratoga is known for horses.
And they all have lights. I wonder if it gets really dark here at night. I wonder if these are owners, though.
It seems to have stables and farms on them.
There's a lot of jockeys out here.
So we're not going to go inside the museum, but maybe show you just some of the stuff we can see from outside. These are the racing silks. So that one, Triple Crown winner, American Pharaoh, that horse was big here in Saratoga and raced here a whole bunch. You see a bunch of the Triple Crown winners there.
So the horse racing jerseys are actually called silks.
Right.
And they match up to the ones that are in Saratoga Springs at Disney, but there is not a Mickey Mouse one here in Saratoga, New York.
So you're saying no jockey ever wore a Mickey Mouse silk?
No, they did not. I'm sorry.
Well, how unfortunate. Disney.
I wish they would.
There's your marketing opportunity, Disney.
Right.
Horse racing. It's odd to see this black and white post. Everything in Saratoga, I don't know if you've noticed yet, everything is red and white here. And I believe the same thing is true in the resort. Yeah?
Yeah, yep.
So that's an odd furlong sign to be black and white like that. So for everything we've done today, the real destination and the real reason we're here, and the real reason there's a resort in Florida is this. This is the Saratoga Racecourse in Saratoga, New York. Historic, it's been here forever, and champions are born and bred here. A lot of the horses' names that you may have heard of, if you're even a casual racing fan, they've got their start here in Saratoga. So most of the track's actually closed today.
Yes, it is.
The season ended Labor Day weekend.
Yep, a couple
But there
weeks
is a special event going on today. It's the Harvest Festival,
Harvest
right?
Fest, yep.
So lots of beer and food, lots of music, unfortunately, so we're going to have to be very careful about not getting any music in the background, as you can hear already. So we'll show you some of the booths and stuff that are going on, and hopefully try to find a way to get you views of the grandstands, of the backstretch, of the paddock,
Yeah.
to show you what some of those things in the park are named after.
Let's do it.
So very much unlike Florida, it's now autumn here in upstate New York, and the leaves are starting to fall. But not a lot of color yet. We're not seeing a lot of color change in the leaves. So these are very early season leaves to have fallen. The track's been closed since September 4th, but there's a special event going on today and we got to get in. So we're hoping that we get to see some of the sights that we want to show you here at the track that relate to the resort in Florida. Now, nothing to me says Saratoga like water pipes. For all your water smoking needs. All right, so here in Saratoga, there's a couple things in the track that are named for things at the resort. So, for example, this is the paddock. This is where they warm up the horses before their races. You can see they've got little trails that they run them around here, or they walk them around, and they wash them over there. They get little wash racks like for your car, but for horses instead. There's a couple other things here you can see at the track. Over here, that is a Shake Shack. which is awesome. And if we look really carefully, let's see if we can even zoom in that far. You can see the starting gates for the racetrack right around here. That's way far away. So unfortunately the track is mostly closed, except for the special event that's going on, and we're trying to do this between songs. So we're gonna go out to the top of the stretch and see if we can get you the footage of the grandstand and the backstretch, which are two of the other things you're gonna find in your resort. So let's go check that out. So it's really hard to see, but this is about as close as we can get. Actually, this is literally as close as you can get to the track. That's the track right there. We're at the top of the stretch. This is the final turn before they hit the last straightaway. And that there is the clubhouse. So this is where all your fans are going to be sitting. And it works on a scaled basis, so everything here to the right side is your grandstand seating, your cheap seats, and they get more expensive as you get down here, down this way. And once you get all the way down to the end, to the clubhouse, that's where you find your princes and your senators, and your horse owners too. Absolutely. This is the top of the stretch, like I said. So this is where you see them making that last turn, and kicking in that last kick for that last sort of furlong. And
Barns over here too. Some stables.
and yep, and these are the stables over here where the horses stay and the trainers work with them. There actually is another park. Excuse me. There actually is another track across the road where they work them out on days where they're not racing. But this is the main track here. So you've got main track, inside you've got a turf track, and inside that is a steeplechase track where they jump. I think most people prefer the excitement of the dirt track themselves.
Sure.
But with the track being closed and it being the off season, this is as close as we're going to get to showing you the actual Saratoga. So that's the grandstand. This is the top of the stretch, which obviously means the back stretch is over on that side over there. And with that, we are off. Thanks for coming today to Saratoga with us so you can see some of the similarities between what we have here in New York and what's going on down in Florida. So thanks very much, Nancy.
Now it's time to pay the price.
Thanks.